If you are a mom who has been taught to be a strong woman and you often do everything yourself instead of asking for help, this one is for you. No mom should feel pride in saying, "Nobody helped me with this Christmas table. I did this all by myself." Same as no mom should feel pride in saying that she raised her kids alone. Let me tell you why. Us moms, we often feel underappreciated, taken for granted, compared with, scared, tired. We often feel lonely and exhausted. And yet, we don't ask for help. We tell ourselves, "I can do it alone. I did it before." This fighter instinct doesn't come out of nowhere. It's old. Older than our mothers, older than their mothers. It's a narrative women have been told and we still choose to believe in. Women have been trained for decades, if not centuries, to value hard effort over ease, to be valuable by being endlessly busy. I grew up in the Soviet Union and I was raised to be a strong woman. And despite the romanticized image of communism floating around these days, the truth was simple. Women had no rights. Not the real ones. I mean, they had the right to work full-time, to cook, to raise children, to keep the house clean, and to take care of their man, even when their man was laying flat and deadly drunk on the corridor's floor. And of course, the right to hide the black eye at work next morning while their female colleague hid her own. They had no right to choose to be a housewives, businesswoman, or a higher level managers. Every woman had to be managed by a man, any man, regardless of his character, his education, or his abilities. Women were not allowed to outshine men, even if they were obviously smarter or more capable. They did not have a right to divorce that man who gave them bruises. Well, technically they could, but socially speaking, that man on the corridor floor was better than no man at all. Being single was shameful. Asking for help was shameful. Suffering silently was a norm. That's the soil my roots grew in, together with the idea that woman's life is not supposed to be easy. And it's not the Soviet Union alone. Other countries had their own ways to manage women. Some made them housewives, some to be an accessory. Be pleasant, be convenient, don't complain, don't ask too much. These were, and in a way still are, the rules to obey. Asking for help is associated with weakness even today. Doing it all alone is strong, admirable, almost holy. These old patterns didn't disappear. They just got integrated into today's expectations. Do more than your other female colleagues so you will impress your manager. Be better than your neighbor so your man will not drift away. Try harder at work and home so you are irreplaceable. When someone gives us a massive task, we, women, think, "They trusted me. I am valuable." Try to brag about that with your girlfriends and they will say, "Wow, girl, you made it. You run the place." Tell it to a random man and he will ask you, "Do they pay extra?" And it's not rude. Men are taught differently. Men historically trained to see labor as transactional. Women, labor is validation. And so the cycle continues. We work, we cook, we worry, we age, and we exhaust ourselves, but we don't ask for help. Instead of calling our family together and assigning duties to each of them, we do it ourselves. Instead of delegating at work, we take work home. Instead of asking for promotion, we wait until someone notices us. Instead of helping another woman, we think, nobody helped me either. We are told not to trust other women either, so we compete, we judge, we compare. While a successful man comfortably owns the successes he achieved, a successful woman must bring out something heavy, something painful, something to justify her success. The Cinderella syndrome. We look up to other women who succeed, but deep down we relate to those who suffer. Woman's success can only be valid if she got it through blood, sweat, and tears. Because if she is just beautiful, strong, and successful, people will say it's her father, husband, boss, her genes, plastic surgery, anything but her. So we hide the ease and highlight the suffering just to be accepted by other women. For many years, I was so proud of my single parenting effort. And yes, there is pride in surviving something so hard. But doing it all alone should not be worn like a medal. It's surviving, not strength. I should have asked for help, not because I was weak, but because I was human. I was alone because I chose a new country for us, but I was also alone because I thought I needed to prove that I'm strong. As if to win alone for all those women from Soviet Union who had no other choice but to stay in their marriages. How silly of me, because by doing so, I did not win their fights. I only showed my daughter how to continue fighting alone. And while I thought I was doing everything alone, many people quietly helped me. Friends, family, teachers, classmates and their moms, even the shop owner downstairs who chatted with her while I was still at work. They were all part of our story, but I chose to only see my own sacrifice. Even when my partner came into our life offering unconditional love and support to both of us, I rejected. Again and again. You know why? Because I did not want to be one of those weak women who accept help. I had judged those women, so instead, I put myself through enormous stress and extra hours just to make the ends meet. Because I didn't want to be judged by other women the way I had judged them. I shouldn't feel pride in saying that I raised my daughter alone. Thinking so feeds the victim in me. And honestly, it's very, very sad. Because that only means I'm still trying to prove something instead of simply being. I'm exhausting myself instead of cooperating. And continue to follow a pattern where women can't sit still and enjoy the moment because we constantly need to prove our value instead of asking for help. The truth is simple. Alone is not stronger. Alone is not braver. Alone is just lonely. When we all together worship single moms because there is no man to trust, instead of proudly involving everyone, we raise boys ready not to be trusted, and girls to be solo overperformers. And that cycle keeps recharging itself into the next generation. If nobody told you this today, let me be the one. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to ask for help. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be woman. A woman strong enough not to do everything alone. A woman brave enough to seek help. A woman wise enough to receive it. It took me 10 years to understand this. I hope you will understand it sooner. Thank you for watching this episode. It means a lot to me. If you really liked, please comment, like, subscribe. See you next week.